Well, hello everyone. I'm glad that you could be here tonight to join me in my presentation on how you can make some income from selling on Amazon and drop shipping elsewhere. I have a whole lot of information to show you and tell you and basically give you insider stuff on how you can get started or even amp up your business that you already have. I'm the type of person, I like to get to the point. I don't like the fluff, so I'm going to get right into what my slides are and get you starting to learn. My background is I'm a teacher, so I'm very structured. There's a process and information is what's key. Very visual. I have a lot of slides because I know some of you are visual learners. Some of you will listen to everything I say and learn, and some of you will like the colors and like the pop. Okay, so I know everyone learns differently, but I just want to welcome to the webinar and let's get jumping here. My online business, you see HBE, Home Business Expert. I'm on YouTube, but that's what my theme is, think outside the box. And I have been doing that exactly, thinking outside the box for since 2003. I started doing sales on eBay and Amazon since then. So yeah, I'm a pioneer. I've partnered with AMZ Scout. I absolutely am thankful for AMZ Scout. They've really pushed me into the next level. And I truly, from the bottom of my heart, want to say that's why I'm here, because I would say mediocre at best. And some of the results you will see is when I was mediocre at best, and that's pre-AMZ Scout. It has helped me immensely. So all right, what we're going to talk about tonight is drop shipping to FBA. Drop shipping, if you're not familiar with it, is taking a product from a different store and selling it on a different platform. For example, eBay to Amazon, Walmart to Amazon. So what does that mean? You actually would buy a product from Walmart or find a product from Walmart or Amazon and put it on Amazon and ship it. In this case tonight, we're going to figure out how we find products on Amazon, and nobody's really doing this, and ship it and buy it from Amazon to somebody else on a different platform. All right, so hang with me. So that's the drop shipping part. The FBA part is fulfillment by Amazon. So I'll take you into, you've probably heard, oh, how does everybody sell on Amazon? I want to get to be part of that. I will talk a little bit about that as well. So I've done all of it. So there's a lot I know. So I'm going to try to keep it simple. But as you go, push out your questions. So number one, how to know whether or not a product will sell in a week. I'm going to show you some statistics to be able to determine that yourself using AMZ Scout. I'm going to teach you whether or not a product's competitive and profitable, how to start your own business. Even if you've never done anything before, stay tuned. I am a bottom-up teacher, okay? I can teach you how to start from not even knowing how to make your own email. So if this is like, oh, finally somebody that's not like jumping in and saying, okay, now you start, labeling it. And no, I'm going to teach you, if you need it, from bottom up, from starting from scratch. If you're in the middle and you want to amp up your business, I can show you how to do that too. How to start your Amazon business without risking your money and with only $400 in your pocket. Replace your monthly income by selling on Amazon using FBA or drop shipping with a few simple steps. You'll hear my story, but you're going to know that I will teach you how to do it the cheapest way possible. So if you don't have a whole lot of money in your pocket, or if you have $400 in your pocket or more, I'm going to show you how you can use what you have and make it work for you. Excuse me. All right, let's go on to the next. We also are going to cover these things, 5, 6, and 7. How to scale your business to increase your profits. A secret way from 100 to 10,000 possibly per month. It's all a numbers game, and I'll teach you about that. A secret way not to waste your time on unprofitable products. Again, AMZ Scout is key. 7 best practices for shipping. I'm going to talk a little bit about shipping because that's a critical element right now, especially in what's going on, especially since the pandemic. shipping crush drop shippers. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about just being savvy and smart about what you're picking and how shipping relates to that. So when you watch a webinar like this, because you've taken the time and you spent time with us, we offer a special price on not only my stuff, but also AMZ Scout. We're pairing up and we're going to give you a special offer at the end of the webinar. So stay tuned for that. And it's like, if you've been around AMZ Scout, you know it's legit. Like, it's going to be a good deal for you. So again, if you're just joining us, don't be shy. Please type in the chat bar. I will do the best I can. Like, I have screens I'm looking at. I might miss some of your questions. This is a live webinar. One of the some of the questions AMZ Scout's going to help me answer. Like, can you get a copy of the webinar? That's something AMZ Scout's going to have to help me answer that question. Typically, I think if you register and you give them your email or you contact them, you might be able to get it. So let's get going here. Other questions I will try to answer as best I can. Who is this training for? Okay, so these are questions that you need to ask yourself, while you're here. This is for somebody who's interested in making money, has a vision and drive to create your own source of income. You want to replace I call it a JOB, but invest in now for future benefits. It could be slow growing. It might not be instant cash. I would say in the past, if I taught somebody this 18 years ago, they would start probably making money within hours. 10 years ago, it kind of shrunk. The market was a little bit more saturated. There's more products that took a little bit longer to sell, but they still sold. But it's a system that works, okay? It's a system that works, and it's numbers. So you find products. So this is a confidence system, and you have to have confidence in a system. So number 5, you are willing to make a small investment to get started. There's an investment of time and there's an investment of money, somewhat. If you want to go this direction, I have the plan. I've done it for years, and I'm telling you, what I'm going to teach you tonight is the easiest way. It can be done other ways, I'm telling you. And I'll give you my experiences and I'll prove it why. Can see the future of e-commerce. So if you're like, oh yeah, this is where it's going to be. This is where the money is going to be made online, not necessarily, I call it brick and mortar, like regular stores, like everything's shifting. Yeah, I see that. That's the type of person we're looking for. And you're willing to work. This is not brainlessness, joblessness, sit out by the pool, not do anything kind of job. You do have to invest time, but, and there is the big but, once you get good at it and once you figure it out, and you create that system, it will give you time freedom, and we'll talk about that. Who this training isn't for, somebody that gives up. I've had people that say, I've listed 5 things and I didn't sell anything, so this doesn't work. Like, that's like putting 5 items in a brick and mortar store and saying nobody bought them. Like, that's almost a joke. Like, you're not a business person if you think 5 items is going to get you somewhere. Like, unless it's like a Lamborghini and you're making 50,000 on each set, like, that's just not realistic. This training is not for somebody who doubts online sales, okay, or the increase that it's going to have, that doesn't put your own independent effort, that isn't willing to make a small investment for dependable resources. And I'm telling you, I did it the hard way. This is the easy way. You're going to learn that. Doesn't believe in a proven system, and it's not for you if you think you're going to get rich overnight. So there is the chance that you will make money quick, but there also is a chance that's just going to go a slow road. But either way, it might be beneficial for you to add to your regular gig. It's called a side hustle. All right. So what I do in my presentation is I cover what I call who, what, when, where, and how, and why. And what this does is it keeps you kind of engaged and you get the point. Okay, so you know what to look for next. And it looked like these little stickers, so you know what I'm covering. So who is Amy Hunt, home business expert? You know a little bit right now. I started selling on eBay in 2001, but then in 2003, like I dabbled in it. 2003, my daughter was born. So I really went a little bit harder on it on eBay. And then I started selling on Amazon in 2003. Okay. Most people just were starting to buy things on Amazon. Most people were just starting to buy things online, period, and kind of get used to the idea. And I was already drop shipping on Amazon in 2003. I know it's crazy. There wasn't even a word for it. I was connected to somebody who owned a website, who had the website since the late 80s, who was way past her time. And she thought outside the box, and she contacted me and said, hey, I know you do eBay. What do you think about Amazon and selling on Amazon? I was like, I'm the type of person, I'm like, sure, what? You can sell stuff on Amazon like that? I figured it out. I listed items, and you'll hear about that in a minute here. So I had a baby. I was making $12.73 a month. Okay. We were $73 at the time over poverty level. All right. $73. So in other words, we submitted for paperwork, and I'll tell you why. Because I quit my job when my baby was born because ... and you'll find out why in a second. We submitted paperwork, and we were told we don't qualify because we made $73 more than the poverty level to help us. So we were right on that line. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you about that. A little bit recap. Started selling in 2001. My daughter was born in 2003. My first year of drop shipping, I did $5,000. My second year, I did $25,000, and it just increased after that point. Not that there weren't hiccups in the road in between. Every year wasn't it didn't increase every year, but some years were better than others. But there's now a system. And from that point on, those 2 years, I was hooked on drop shipping. So in 2019, I hit into figuring out that I needed an anchor store. So, and I'm looking at the $500 to $1,000 per day at 5 to 10% profits. I underestimate because I'm not an exaggerator, but some of my products probably made 20%. I could put like 10% average, but that's generally what to expect when you're drop shipping. So I would pick more expensive products, but I'd also list some that were less. And here is an actual screenshot of my stats from a 2-week period, just so you can actually see that this was for real. My shop at the time was Shoptopia. Excuse me. And, it's legit. Okay. So some of them were more, some were less. For example, I used to sell a $400 Lego set for $500. So subtract whatever fees they were. That's more than 20%. I mean, so, 5 to 10, that's an average. It's somewhere. I just don't want to overshoot it and get you like, oh, I'm going to make 50%. No, that's not probably true. But you can find some products. I'm going to show you how to find products that you can decide and make more of a percentage off of them. So that's who Amy Hunt is. And now I want you to think about your why. And I told you I would tell you this. We were $73 over poverty. And my daughter ended up having a disease. And so with that disease, she had to have a special formula. And it was expensive. I can't remember the price, but I just remember the extra money. If you look up, I think it was called Alimentum or something like that. The price of a powdered formula for special dietary needs, it was very expensive. So I had to get serious about my drop shipping. My why, let me go back. My why was that little girl right there. She is why I started drop shipping hardcore in 2003, because I needed to make that money for the formula. that we needed to buy as a family. I mean, so I quit my job. My husband continued to work, but I needed to stay home with her because of the disease she has. So what I would like for you to do, if you have a piece of paper, pencil, or maybe you take notes on your phone, get this written down. Get this written down. If you were to make an extra 100,000 or 5,000 per month, what would you do with the extra money, and how could that change your life? All right. If you remember a few slides back, let me go back real quick, as quickly as I can. I was selling $530, $560. Now, what it doesn't show you is some other things that I did to compound those. So I call it double, triple, and quadruple dipping. Now, you will learn that in my course. I'm not going over that tonight, but it also increases the amount of profits that you get. So what is your why? What is your why? So either, I would love it if you put in the chat. I have a second here. I'm going to look at the chat. Tell me what your why is. Why do you want to make some extra money? What would you do with that extra money? How would that change your life? How would that add to your life? What would you do with it? There's a whole other thinking when you get to the level of money that you make and now you have extra money. I never knew or never thought I would get there. But now that I'm there, it's like, okay, now what do you do with this extra money? There's only so much that I could do now. So I love teaching people and I love helping people. My brother asked me, he's like, why would anybody teach somebody if they're making that much money? It comes to a point where you're making enough money that it satisfies what your needs are. And then you want to help other people. And so this is my help other people. I know what it feels like to be $73 over poverty. And if I can help one of you figure that out and get an extra 100, at the time, $100 a month extra to me was like amazing. And then that kept increasing and increasing and increasing until now it's like, okay, we're good. What am I going to do? Now there's this whole other level. How can I help others? So this is cool. All right, let me see some of your comments. Holidays every month, Disney vacation, buy a house, improve quality of life, make more money, make me feel emotionally secure, love traveling, love nest eggs for emergency. Absolutely. Contribute to the kids' college fund, travel, make memories. It's pretty cool. A lot of these are what I did with my extra money. We went on vacation. We go on like 2 or 3 neat vacations, usually amusement parks every year. We just got back from Myrtle Beach. Like I said, we're going to the Outer Banks in the fall. And then we have a wonderful account now for my kids and their college. I mean, it's something that at the time when I was $73 over poverty, like that, I never knew that this was going to get so awesome for me. But it took a little bit of time. I mean, it didn't take 20 years to make that. But over those years, my extra money did make a bunch of money that I put away. Extra $5,000 a month. That's awesome. Pay off student debt. Give back to everyone who's helped you. That's great. So your why is critical as to whether or not you'll stick with this. Okay? Because there's going to be bad days where you think, it's not worth it, and just kind of want to quit. But your why is where you're going to come back, and it's what's going to drive you. So this is some common excuses that people don't even start, or you watch the webinar and then you're just like, e-commerce is already at a peak. I don't have the money. Not everyone buys online, or maybe I not make enough money by taking 5 minutes to list a product, like 5 minutes out of your time. The market's too saturated. Everybody has a website. I don't know how. Doubt in yourself, whatever the excuse might be. I have to laugh that some of the comments are like, it's not worth it. I mean, literally, you can list something in 5 minutes. What's not worth it? Like selling something for $5. I mean, that's $1 a minute. Like making $5. I don't know. I think this is one of the simplest things. I started sharing this in about 2010 or 11, and it's just kind of exploded since then, but it is so simple. My warning to people is be careful, because once you make money this easily, it's hard to go back to work. I didn't go back to work. I never went back to work. I sometimes substitute teach, and I was just talking to one of my students who hopefully he's on here. I don't know if he is or not, who wants to do this. And it was like I went to work, like substitute the days I felt like it, because I wanted to see people. Staying at home all the time, a people person, was not like what I wanted to do. I wanted to be with people. So that's the freedom it gives you. So I'm going to give you some reasons here why, and give you some statistics. There are so many out there, but these are just some that I found real quick, kind of update where we are. And I know 2020 is kind of like different for the whole world from what went on with the pandemic, but you'll get the gist of where we're headed. So you can see e-commerce versus total retail sales. E-commerce is just growing every year by the billions of dollars, like billions. Like that's hard for me to even wrap my brain around how many sales it takes to increase by billions. You can see monthly sales for Amazon sellers, where they range, and it's all over the place. So like maybe touch the screen where you want to be. Like realistically, in the next year, where do you want to be if you are an Amazon seller? Where would you want to be? Now this comes from some stuff online. You can go check just Google like e-commerce growth if you want to learn more, but you can just see with the predictions of the future, smartphones added into everybody's carrying around a smartphone, right? And how many of you have ever bought something on your smartphone? And do you do it more often? I mean, it used to be people would say, oh, I don't think I'm going to buy anything online. That's too risky. Now it's like we walk around with the stuff in our hands or computer or smartphones in order, right? So what I try to do is find some statistics from around the world with the predictions of the future. So current, like last 2 years, current year, and then a couple years in the predicted future. And you can just take a look at where they see retail sales. This is the UK. So there you go. Yay for the UK, right? This is worldwide, Canada. Like you can see there was a huge percent change in 2020, but the bottom line is the black bars are increasing every year. And that's the overall retail sales. And here's the same thing for Western Europe. There's your France and the sales in the United States. So are any of them going down? No. So jump on that bandwagon and get a piece of the pie. So there's just, I think you all know, Amazon's huge. It's a giant. It accounted for 44% of e-commerce sales. It's jumped 4.2 trillion per year. 93.5% of internet users have bought online, and that's like generally. So you can just see the statistics are all in favor of buying online. I think you all know that, and that's why you're here. But I want to affirm your thoughts and say, yeah, this is where it is. So is there room for growth? Absolutely. So when is a good time? So if you're in a job right now, I call it just over broke. You are stuck in your 9-to-5. You want a side hustle, right? So in order to get to the path that you want to get to, you have to ask the right questions. Is this an evergreen question? So ask these questions about what I'm talking to you about right now. We'll get into the meat of it here soon. Is this an evergreen business? Am I willing to work for it? Could this potentially make a positive difference in my life? And do I have the right tools to move forward? Okay, reread those. And here we go. If you answered 3 of the 4 questions with a yes, then you're ready to start. And now we're going to get into it. Take a look at this picture. What's something that's different? You see the car in the bottom right above, on my screen, it's right above my video picture. There's one car moving. Okay, see the yellow car there? There, thank you. There's one car that's in motion. The other cars represent the other people around you. They probably don't even know to turn the key on. They don't even know this exists. A lot of my friends don't even know that this goes on. Okay? And what I'm here to do tonight is teach you how to get in your car, back one slide, how to get in your car and get you moving. Okay? So, for now on, you're not going to go look for a new job. You're going to look for a new idea. So how do you get there? And where do you get there? From the comfort of your home. Like this morning I was doing work while I just woke up in bed. All right, I'm just laying in bed going through some of my stuff, and yeah, okay, now I can go sit out. So I went outside and sat with my dogs. All right, so the comfort of your home. I think you know this. You can take your laptop, your tablets, your phones, anywhere, and do your job, J-O-B, which is now your drop shipping, anywhere. It's given me freedom to do so much with my kids, which was my goal. My son, Chef Jordan, he wanted to start a YouTube channel. We volunteer at church at the bottom. We did shoe boxes for kids around the world. I go see all my kids' games, soccer, cross country. We go to concerts like Florida, travel, fishing. So it gives me so much. I'm so blessed to do so many things with my kids. So here we go. The meat of the program. What is going to get you there? AMZ Scout. I'm telling you, it took me to the next level. AMZ Scout, nobody's really doing this until just recently when AMZ Scout and I kind of paired up and said, you know, how can we implement drop shipping and put it into a program? AMZ Scout will find you niches on Amazon, and it'll find you trendy products, and that's just a start. It's so comprehensive. It's like, it just tickles me to death. AMZ Scout has keywords, best seller review or seller ratings, reviews, product scores. There's so much. And I'm going to go over, I'm going to demonstrate what this looks like. So just remember, I'm going to do a demonstration right now. And just remember that at the end of this, you're going to see what the offer is. So I'm going to share my screen here and go to AMZ Scout or Amazon. All right, so bear with me. I'm not an expert webinar person. Okay, so here we go. If you want to find a product, I'm just going to take it from like scratch. I was looking up some other stuff today. All right, well, let's just take bug zappers. All right, I was looking up one of my orders, but let's just take bug zappers, and then I'll take you back. I'll do 2 demonstrations of random stuff. Let's take a bug zapper, for example. How does AMZ Scout help me? So right away, AMZ Scout has like a drop shipping widget, and that symbol is right there. And the widget will pop up here. So these are my AMZ Scout widgets. All right. So first of all, if you have AMZ Scout, you're going to get widgets that when you go to Amazon, let me just go to Amazon and show you a new tab. This is what AMZ Scout's going to do. It's going to be your brains behind the scenes. See this circle down here? AMZ Scout is thinking. All right. Right now, there's not anything because I haven't typed anything in. Once you type something in, like bug zapper, you're going to get a list of products. Once you find a list of products, you click this little circle here and you'll see what I just closed out of earlier. You'll see the information, all right? So this is called AMZ Scout Pro. You see up here in the top left corner, it's the AMZ Scout Pro. There's different, I guess, apps or softwares or applications that you can use to do what you feel like you need. This is like the heart of the program, and I'm going to show you 2 other things as well. So when you use AMZ Scout, there's tons of information. I don't want to overload your brains. Right now, I can't see the chat. So just like you can't see the chat on my screen. So hold your questions or write them down, and then I'll answer them. But AMZ Scout. So let me just go through, like, I'm going to think out loud, like I'm looking for a product. So for drop shipping, this is the new panel right here, column. For drop shipping, there's a ranking of up to 10. 10 being this is the best. This is an awesome product to drop ship. Like 0 would be like, no, you probably shouldn't drop ship this because you're not going to maybe make so much money, or maybe it's not calculated. So a 10 is excellent. So I would look at a 10 here and then maybe go through and use these. So when I click on this area, it pops this information up. Okay. So if I'm interested in this product right here, it also gives me some more information. I can add it to the tracker and keep track of it. I can calculate my profits, see the product history, get keywords, and that's good for listing products that are new somewhere. Find the product, and that's key right here. Find it on Google or copy the ASIN. So one of the things you're looking for, if you remember in the slides, is an evergreen product. That's where you're going to look at, that's what you would look at your product history. My guess is a bug zapper in the United States is not an evergreen product as much as maybe some other like portions of the states, like, but bugs in the United States are going to be more prevalent in the hotter weather. So, you know, March, April. So evergreen, is it selling? Yes, it sells, but it sells more in the summer months, as you can see. So that tells you whether or not it's an evergreen product. So that you don't have to sell all evergreen products. You probably want a combination, because those evergreen products will make you a boom maybe in the summer, and then you find a different one for the fall, a different one for the winter, different holidays, and you get these spikes in sales for different products. Now, what I want to show you, and this is the bottom line, right? Is it going to make you money? So what you do is you go to your profit calculator. This is where you enter the cost in for the product that you would purchase. So, excuse me, let's just say you're interested in this product. The question you should say next is what? Where do I get this product? This is what's awesome. The other thing that's awesome, you click on find in Alibaba and it takes you right to those types of products. Okay, so maybe it's the same, maybe it's different, but that's what's cool about Alibaba. It's going to find the same or similar products that you could sell. Now, you can take the price, and I found the exact one earlier. It might be because it's branded that I can't find that exact one. But earlier, I found one for $6. So let's just go back. I'll just plug in 1080. You go to your profit calculator. The product cost was 1080. You want additional costs and additional monthly costs. Well, let's just say the fees, the fee of shipping or something is like $1 per unit. Down here, you're going to see all the Amazon information, the pick and pack, referral fee, and Amazon does charge you different amounts like that. So the total fee would be $10.70. My return on investment, my net margin, and profit per unit is all down here in the green, and your estimated monthly profit. Okay. So that is based on that specific or particular item. So you can see, are you going to make a profit? So if you only, get 100 products, so you only make 1,000, right? If you have, now you can see, you can go back here and you can see the estimated revenue for a bug zapper. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. So it's anywhere. Like AMZ Scout, like before, I used to have to go here and go over to eBay and go somewhere else to see if everything was, what the prices were and where I could ship back and forth. Now I know exactly how much money I'm going to make, how often it sells, and to be very careful with the money I have to invest or the money I have to figure out. There's no guessing when you have this. This is based on real selling. And I can tell you why it's accurate. It's because I sell on Amazon. And I can look my product up and I can compare the statistics of AMZ Scout with my actual statistics from my back office. And they're pretty point on. So I'm going to do another demonstration here and show you another tool. So I'm going to type in spy camera. I was looking at this up as well the other day. Oh, okay. Let me get that off of here. Spy camera. All right. So spy camera. So what this is you can see more information here on, let me see, the spy cameras. So I want to show you it's called Amazon Dropshipping and Arbitrage with AMZ Scout. Arbitrage extension. All right. So that's an extension that it pops up in Amazon. So I don't know why my Amazon screen looks a little bit different than normal, but basically what the drop shipping extension does is shows you like what sellers are selling, the fees, the margin, listing quality. And oftentimes I look at the listing quality, which you're not going to get this by just looking at a product and know whether or not you can drop ship it or you can go to FBA with it. But this is something you can target in on, and I'll show you how to target in on the listing quality. And 55, like what that means is the lower that score is, the more I have to hijack that product's top of the page. So in other words, like a 9, that's just like a grade in school. Like a 62 is not that great, right? You want like a 90 or above, or 80. 80 even is pretty high. I could do better than a 62. So in other words, AMZ Scout is telling you the title's not great, the reviews aren't great, like right here. The name length, the brand, the bullets, the rating, the reviews, the sellers, the description length, okay? The ones with X's are where you could do better. So AMZ Scout gives you that like secret information on all the comparison it does through software. All right. So you can see that this little drop shipping widget helps you figure out whether or not you can drop ship that from Alibaba. So then you could take this and click on this circle and you can get that information. I'll show you again, but I want to go through this a little bit more. It shows you FBA. It shows you FBM, fulfillment by merchant, which means this person is shipping it from their store at home or from their warehouse. FBA means Amazon is shipping it. If you only have an FBA competitor and you send it to Amazon, more than likely the algorithms are going to push your product in front of this one. Okay. So you can see the FBA and the FBM, and there's not a whole lot of competition in this market, this particular market. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go down here, and usually this says AMZ, but it's not loading. Today my computer is doing weird things, of course. I'm going to go on the spy camera again. So that's how the drop shipping tool works, widget. It helps you find the products that you want to target in on. And then you bring it in and you get into deeper information here. You can find it on Alibaba. So you can also rank these. If you click, it's going to rank all the top ones to drop ship. If you click over here, it's going to rank all the top ones for your score for PL. So private labeling would be to like ship it as FBA. All right. So the difference is drop shipping, FBA. All right. You could do it by the estimated revenue. Sometimes people like to target in on a number of reviews. A product that's making a lot of money, like 118,000 and only has 6 reviews, is probably something you could target in on. Okay. So that is like how you use AMZ Scout Pro and the drop shipping widget. Now let me go back up here. There's so much more. You can go to trends. So I'll just go into the spy camera trends and it shows you Google Trends. That is an evergreen product. So what I mean by evergreen, it's continuously selling. There's no huge spikes and no huge drops. Okay. So it gives you niche keywords. And this is critical when you're listing your product to get the keywords that people are going to look for. With that comes your niche score. So the spy camera, I may have just given you like a jackpot item randomly. The spy camera, all kinds of different ones that you could target in on and sell. I mean, look at the revenue. It's not always like this when I do an example. You can ask for a niche idea and it'll randomize based on the history and what's going on with the niche. Okay, so that is AMZ Scout Pro. I want to go and I want to show you the web app. Okay, so this is called the product database. It is online, so amzscout.net, and then it's the app. So what this does is gives you more insight, as if you didn't already have a lot of information. But the thing with this is I'm so scattered and there's so many choices out there. It helps target in on products that actually are working. All you do is click on a column and it ranks things the way you need it ranked to find products. You can come over here and you can click find products. You can come in here and you can filter products you want. So I typed in spy camera that I want included in my title. You can do exclude words. You can do a price. Like sometimes I want to just sell a really expensive item so I make more profit with less sales. That is something you could put in here. Okay, reviews. You will learn all about this through the video tutorials that AMZ Scout has. So if this seems like a lot and you might think, oh, well, I can't do it, wait for the ending special offer, because we'll show you how you can learn from this point on. All right, so this is the product database. You can go over here. You can see how it's trending and why it's trending, the category. Okay, it just gives you another base to look at things. You can redo your fees. And once you start targeting in, you can come over and go find it on Alibaba. Make sense? All right, so that is AMZ Scout Pro, a little sample. That is also the drop shipping extension or widget. Some people call it widgets, and the product database. So you jump into depth. You start off, you can just start off with a niche. You have no clue what to sell. It will help you. Okay. So let's just recap what we've done and take you back to drop shipping. Is drop shipping doable? Is it simple? Yes. So Lee Wolf said, what do you mean by drop shipping? You could start at the beginning and take a look, but drop shipping basically is taking a product from one website, listing it on another, and then selling it. And then once you get an order, you take that order from the first website and ship it to the address that sold on the second website. It's simple. I was talking to one of my students today, and he's like, I said, don't make it too complicated, because it actually isn't. Like, well, that sounds too easy. Well, it is easy. This is why so many people love it. So my question is, if you had a great deal on doing this, if you had guidance, would you get started? So that's a question in the chat. If you had a great deal, you had guidance, would that be awesome? Would you get started? So let me get through going through what we're going to do. I'm going to answer some of your questions, and then I'm going to tell you about the offer we have. So I see, what do I mean by drop shipping? I think that's, listing on one site, shipping from another. You keep asking, does Amazon's terms and conditions allow this? You're going to have to, there's specific places that Amazon does allow it, and you're going to have to look at that. Yes. Awesome. All right. So some of the other questions, but yeah, there's some places you shouldn't drop ship from that Amazon doesn't allow, but there are other places that they do, and you just need to comply with what their rules are. And FBA, you can also drop ship from Amazon. Okay, so don't forget that part. You can find items that are selling on Amazon, and I'm sure they're selling somewhere else. So you actually order it from Amazon and ship it to wherever you sold it. So for example, today, actually, I sold something on Etsy from my actual Amazon store. So I actually drop shipped it from myself to sell it on Etsy. Does that make sense? Hopefully. All right. Okay. Do you hold inventory to begin with for drop shipping? No. That's not drop shipping. That would be having inventory at your house and almost like a store and then shipping. Drop shipping is taking that product from Home Depot, listing it on Amazon, or taking that product from Amazon and listing it on eBay, and then selling from one website to the other, shipping from one website to the other. Makes sense? All right. Okay, what price range do you recommend for drop shipping and how to handle a return for a customer? I do cover that in my course, and I have heard on some online videos that the Amazon policies don't allow drop shipping from one website to an Amazon listing. Yeah, you'll have to look at the terms and conditions, but you can definitely drop ship, don't forget, from Amazon to another store as well that allows that. Okay. All right, so send me some of your quick questions, and then we'll get into the offer that we have here. Some things that I still haven't covered that you'd like to know. And then at the end, after the offer, if you come up with another question, I'm certainly going to help you figure out what that answer is. Let me get a quick drink here. Give me like a yes if you understand drop shipping at this point. And if it's not a yes, what is your question? What are the profit margins after Amazon fees and pay-per-click and publicity? Okay. Very valid question, and good point. So that's where the profit calculator, at least it's going to get you started. Now, the profit calculator doesn't have pay-per-click. Okay. So if you don't have that money up front to do calculating or pay-per-clicks and advertising and that sort of thing, then you just jump on that and plug that information. You're going to get a flat out profit. Okay. You do have to consider, once you start amping up your business, the cost of advertising. And the cost of advertising really depends on how much you bid for a click and that sort of thing. So I can't really answer that question, but it's definitely something to consider. I would say minimum you want to spend would be maybe 10% of your total, amount profit. Definitely, because that's just going to increase your sales and increase your profit. All right. So you start to reinvest the profits that you already make. Let me see. All right. Yes, I know you can get your account suspended for doing certain things. That's why I said make sure you read the policies for the site that you're going to and from. I actually, I've got to make sure I'm saying the right thing. I have never been shut down for drop shipping. Never. I actually used to do YouTube videos and keep track of all the updates on eBay and drop shipping from Amazon to eBay and what the policies are. I actually haven't looked at the policies like in the last few months, but I used to keep track of that and do eBay videos on that, or YouTube videos on eBay. How do you get set up with drop shipping from Amazon? Basically, watch this webinar, take my course, and I show you in my course. Let's see. And I want to mention, my course has been pretty well rated, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay. So you can enter someone else's name and address into your Amazon account if they order an item from your Shopify store and just ship it to them. Yeah, it's called request fulfillment. I think that's what it's called, from your Amazon store. Yes. So yeah, that's what I do to my Shopify store as well. How do you rank the listing on Amazon? Well, that's what AMZ Scout. Do you remember the BSR rating? And that was like the listing, the number of words in the description, the bullet points. That's how you make your listing better and get it ranked number one. My products that I sell, I have like 12 that I sell, and I think 8 of them are on the first page, first product listed. I'm telling you, it works. Let's see. Did I answer that question? How do you rank the listing? Yeah. So with dropping shipping, you should essentially create a listing for a product you don't currently have. And when orders come in, you place those orders with the vendor manufacturer who would ship directly to the customer. Jacob, you got it. Shouldn't we have a good credit capability to purchase product from one website like Alibaba and send it to the customer? Yes, you should have like a credit card. And that's part of what I teach you in my course. I use a credit card that right now, I think it's my Discover card. I have connected to my PayPal, and Discover is running a 5% points special for the next 3 months. If I pay with whatever I order on PayPal with my Discover card, I get 5% of my payment into my Discover points. So that's an additional 5% just going on my Discover card that I can cash out, pay bills, whatever with. I don't know if that just slipped through some of your brains or not, but get it. And the bottom line is this: get a credit card that gives you good percentages and rewards in rewards points. Because I do all this with credit cards. Last year for Christmas, I used my Amazon credit card that I buy all my Amazon stuff with and drop ship with all that. And I bought pretty much probably 85 to 90% of my family's Christmas presents. And I mean, I bought some nice stuff, some Bose headsets and like that kind of stuff. That's what if you have a good credit card that gives you, I mean, if you buy something on Amazon gives you 5% on their credit, and you have the Amazon credit card, they give you 5% on that credit card of points. So it's free money. Like there's where I was saying earlier, like the 5 to 10% or 5 to 20, whatever margin that is. This is how you, what I call triple dip and double dip and make the best out of the drop shipping. There's more to it. So my course, I'll teach you all that. Is Alibaba fast at shipping like Amazon? No, I'm just going to be honest. Alibaba is like around the world, especially with what has happened with the pandemic and the slowing of shipping down just because of people not working, the lack of ability to get it to UPS and not enough workers at FedEx and the post office. I mean, I had my mother-in-law ship me an envelope and it took a month, like 6 months ago. Like it's getting better. You can see everything's getting better. So the shipping from Alibaba, there's a way to go on Alibaba, which you can click on ships from the United States and you can look for products that actually come from the United States. Okay. All right. I thought drop shipping was against terms of service, so you just have to look that up. Do you have higher returns from customers with drop shipping? I don't know that I would say we have higher returns. You have returns from customers no matter what. The percentage probably evens out because they don't know you're drop shipping. Most people have no idea what drop shipping even is, or never even heard of the word. Is it wise to set up a business and open small business credit cards versus your own personal credit? Honestly, I don't have any business credit cards. I just have credit cards that I would like to benefit from. So I have a Southwest credit card that I like to fly with. Discover gives me great gift cards and the ability to increase so once you get like 100 points in Discover points, you can increase that to gift cards like to $105. So I don't go the business route for credit cards. Jacob. All right. The questions have kind of slowed down, so let's get moving here. We have a deal for you, AMZ Scout. Basically, I've taken since 2003 and pieced the puzzle together for you. I have a course that's going to show you how to use AMZ Scout and put all this together answer your questions, walk you step by step. You can skip parts of the course that are simple for you, and you can go to the parts that are the meat part for you. Like maybe you just need to jump right in and find products because you've got everything else set up. Then take the course and get that chunk of the course out of it. But this, between AMZ Scout and my course, it will connect those pieces together for you. Make sense? So in other words, if you hesitate and you're like, oh, I'll just do it later. I'll take your course now, see if I like it, and then get AMZ Scout later. The price is going to significantly increase, and you're going to see what it will be or what it was outside of tonight. So 3 things to be successful: detailed, simplified training. You do need information. So you're either going to get it like through my course all together, compact in a package, or you're going to go on YouTube and find this little bit and this guy and that girl and another, like, believe me, I've been there. I've taken all those videos and pushed it into my brain for you. And then as a teacher, structured it. I was like, I gotta do this, structured it in so everybody can learn. You don't have to look all over the internet for everything. And then if you have questions, you can ask me. I mean, it's in a nutshell. It's right there for you. Stop looking at all the other videos. It is so confusing. It's right here. It's years and years of experience and a teacher teaching you. Some of the guys I've watched just drive me nuts because it's just like, get to the point. I give you shortcuts and know-how to make it easier. Today's webinar, you got it. It's right here. So hopefully there's so much I know that it's hard to cover it all in a short hour and a half webinar. And that's where the course will be helpful. AMZ Scout has tutorials. So here we go. Are you ready for the offer? Give me a yes or a maybe I don't want an offer. But here's today's offer. Here's today's offer. So my course I usually sell for $199. It's actually very cheap. But like I said, I'm a teacher and I like to help people. So I want it to be affordable. So my course in and of itself is $199. You can make 2 sales, 1 sale, and get that money back if you pick the right products, honestly. My course has more than that. Eventually you'll see that. It has more than that, and my ratings are always pretty good. I know I've gotten a few ratings that are like this. There's a lot more ratings now, but I know I've gotten a few ratings that give me like a 1 or a 0. And one of the ones was like, you should have had it in Spanish. I was like, what? Why would you give me a 1 because I didn't speak Spanish? Like, that was kind of crazy. But anyway, you can see people from around the world have used this course. I get some great student reviews. Peter said, Amy answered all of my questions, and you can just kind of read through there. I did some one-on-one sessions after the webinar. I'm not doing it this time, but I really walked him through getting his own product. He and his son wanted some products to sell on Amazon, and I walked him through, and he got those products up and running and selling. And he was awesome. He got his store, and then I would come back and, update what he had. And he had his own branding, his own logo, his own everything by the second time I talked to him. So it was really cool to work with Peter. And then Anne, I worked with her as well. She says, I highly recommend Amy's one-on-one mentorship consultations, which I'm not doing currently, if you're serious about growing your e-commerce business. And it says Amy was a school teacher in her former career. So you can see that that's very helpful. Sincere and knowledgeable. So I have corresponded with a lot of people, but these are 3 people. Frank from Got Mountain Life. I actually still work with Frank. He actually is also one of the people that's helping me get my son, Chef Jordan, YouTube channel going. So we're kind of working together now, but I helped him get his products going on Amazon. So I mean, he has a serious got mountain life business going, and he's relabeling everything and that sort of thing. So what we have to offer you, a course worth $199. This is my offers. I will evaluate 2 products or niches for you, a value of $199. So in other words, you check out some products, you go through them, you send them to me, and then I'll evaluate whether or not this would probably be a good product for you to start with, okay? And give you my years of consistent expertise and observation, whether or not this would be something to invest in and why or why not. So if you're scared, I'm there to help you figure out the product, okay? Then you also get 16 steps to selling on Amazon and a daily checklist. So basically, just a little like piece of paper or something on your phone that keeps you on track, okay? That's going to keep you on track. So all that value at $497. So that's just from me. All right. So what do we have to review here? AMZ Scout also has stuff to contribute to this offer. Now, like I said, on my computer, it like spread it out in a different visual. But what you see there is the Amazon Dropshipping Arbitrage widget or extension. What that does is it pops up just like you see it in the picture there. That's the extension that costs something, okay? That will pop up and give you instant access to information whether or not a product is good to sell. All right, so that's one thing. Now review, you can jump into the profit. It gives you a calculator. It tells you who's selling it, where it's being sold, and whether or not Amazon is selling it. I did miss that. The AMZ yes in the background there tells you whether or not Amazon has hijacked the product and is selling it now. So sometimes what happens, Amazon sees that you have a product that's like skyrocketing in sales and they start selling it as their Amazon Basics product. Okay, some background information. They like to hijack some products. From what I hear, anyway, that's how they do it. All right, so the other thing that the widget does is check private labels, sees if it's trademarked, and see if it's gated or ungated. I think somebody asked something about food earlier, almonds maybe. Can you sell almonds? That's what I would consider a gated product. I don't know for sure about almonds, but I'm going to guess that you have to go through a process of, if you have your own almonds, like it's your own brand for FBA, you have to go through a food process application. So Got Mountain Life is food. So he had to go through application after application for each product that he wanted to sell and get approved. Now, if you're drop shipping it to like eBay or something, then that would be different. You would just ship it. So the course, okay, I see over here. Does the course cover private label? No, it does not. I do not go over private label in that course, at least. All right. So remember here, FBA and FBM and Amazon. So FBM means 8 merchants are selling the product. And, when you see that there's more competition, the less chance it is that you're going to be selling it. The other thing AMZ Scout is going to offer you in this offer is the Pro Extension. All right. And if you remember the Pro Extension, I called it the heart of the project, I guess. It is awesome. Like, it has really taken me from, I used to sell one product that was private labeled, and now I'm like 12, like I said. So I would not have had the confidence in my products if I had not had AMZ Scout. I would not have had that confidence. I wouldn't have increased the number of products I have because I would not have known the keywords, the niche, whether or not the niche was good, and whether or not there's competition for the product that I have. So without AMZ Scout Pro Extension, maybe I wouldn't even be doing this webinar. But it has really, really helped my business. It's really upped my one product that I was kind of scared and kind of selling to selling it every day and increasing to 12 products. And then the third thing they have that's just a little emphasis, they have other things, is the product database. And that's one of the things that we went over. It is amazing. I just scratched the surface on it. You don't know what to sell, then you go to the product database and you just click something you're comfortable with. Like if you're comfortable with arts and crafts or electronics or maybe home and kitchen, you click the category you're interested in, and AMZ Scout will help dive down and find a particular product out of the billions, maybe even trillions of products to help you find what you're comfortable selling as well as what's actually selling. And it doesn't have to be something you are totally in love with, but it's something maybe you would profit from. So other things that are included is keyword search. Like I said, this keyword search right here helped me list my products and get it ranked on the first page of the keywords that I used through AMZ Scout. So if you type in the keywords that AMZ Scout taught me to use by giving me statistics, that is why I'm on the first page, and most of the time I'm the first listing for those keywords in those 8 products. It's amazing to me, honestly. Stock stats, so you can see the information on your competitors and the inventory that they have. So you might be able to jump into somebody that doesn't have much stock. It also helps you know whether or not you can list something from Amazon to like a different store to drop ship it. And the full Monty, the online arbitrage, drop shipping and wholesale, so FBA, includes this. AMZ Scout's value at $3.99. You'll get the Pro extension, drop shipping. I cannot say that tonight. The drop shipping arbitrage widget, product database, reverse ASIN lookup, which we didn't talk about. That's spying on your competitors and finding products that way. Amazon keyword search, product trackers, stock stats, AMZ seller course, which in and of itself is worth way more than $399. If you were just to get the seller's course, that right there, honestly, I've bought courses for a lot more than that, and theirs is awesome. So this is the bottom line. You're going to get some insights from AMZ Scout. I get them often. It's called the top 1% of products and niches. Okay. It's selected by their AI. It's given to you weekly. So they're going to, if you're not sure what you can sell, they're going to give it to you in your email. They'll say, it's very simple, easy to read. Hey, these are our suggestions this week based on data. Okay. You'll also get a trend report covering growing niches, trending products, categories to avoid, tips on how to beat the competitors, etc. $499. You guys adding this up? It's a lot. So you'll also get, this is the complete package, guys. Remember, one of the questions was, how do you get there? You got to have the information, the know-how, put the pieces together, and you have to have the right information to get going and the will to do it. So you have U.S. wholesale and drop shipping suppliers. Okay. Test and launch your products more quickly with simple shipping, $99 value, a checklist for communicating with brands, $99 value, a checklist of questions to ask your suppliers, $49. So you also have a whole other avenue of connecting with suppliers. AMZ Scout is providing this to you. So I'm not going to repeat all of this except for the white. This is a recap of what you will get. And you can see the value is way beyond what you're getting or what you're going to have to pay. The value is amazing. All right. My drop shipping course, 2 product niches, 16 steps to selling, 1,000 from 1,000 product or exclusive Amazon products, you're going to get the 1% profitable ones, monthly trend reports, full online arbitrage, drop shipping, and wholesale, U.S. wholesale and drop shipping suppliers right there. That is huge because that is new. Okay. U.S. and drop shipping suppliers. Okay. I would do it just for that. Checklist for communicating with them and a checklist of questions to ask them. That's critical too, because you have to go through an application process often. So the total value at $797.99 is only for you tonight because you're on the webinar, $399.99. So it's a one-time payment. Some places they make you pay monthly. This is cheap. Like a lot of places will make you pay maybe $39.99 a month. This is $399 one time. Yours. Okay? Put it in your pocket. Star it, bookmark it. It's yours now. You log in anytime you want. It's there. Okay? If you want to get this, now I would suggest you get it tonight. I have no idea how long it's going to last. You can use a QR code, like right to the left of my head there, or right. The QR code, you can scan it with your phone. Some like newer phones just have a QR code. If you go to your camera and you put it up there, you don't even have to take a picture. It just scans it. Or you can QR code by putting in an app on your phone called QR scan or QR code. It'll take you to the website to be able to get this option, this package. Or you can type in amzscout.net/get/bundle-amy. That's how you can get it. Now, once you get this, you're not left in the dark. You'll have my course, which will probably be out this week. And it's not instantly accessible. It's going to be out soon. And you will also have tutorials and basically AMZ Scout courses that you can start with. All right. And then I'll jump in on the bandwagon and I'll help you continue that process. Then once you're in my course, you have access to ask me questions anytime. You will also have access to my Dropshipping Mastery group on Facebook. I will be communicating that with you through the course. Once you sign up for the course, I'll give you the information for the Facebook class. So you'll get all that information, or Facebook page group, Facebook group. So you get the course bundle. You get the AMZ Scout bundle. $2,700 worth of bonuses. I don't know what the hesitation is. It's only $399, guys. $399, $400, $399.99. I promise you, if you take this seriously, they will sell. I did skip that. How long do your products sell? Do they seem to last 1 year, for instance? I do want to cover the fact that some products, I've had students come back and say, oh, I listed last night and I sold it this morning. I actually, when I substituted one time, bored at school, sitting in class, bored because I was with high school that day, I listed a product at 2 o'clock before I went home at 2:30. I got home at 3:30, 4 o'clock. I had already sold that item. So does that happen all the time? No. Can it happen? Yes. Some people, it might take a month if they're not looking right. Okay. Or they're listing, like I said in the beginning, they're only listing 5 products. I mean, come on. One of your questions is, how long do they sell? Do they seem to last a year, for instance? Well, that's where you would look for that evergreen product. You take those evergreen products based on Google Trends and you list them and they just keep selling. Okay. Then you have that consistency. All right. So you kind of know what your income is going to be from that. Then you have the holiday or the seasonal items that like spike throughout the year. They have spikes like hills and valleys that you don't know how much you might get, or you do based on the history. If you can look on AMZ Scout over the 2-year history. So they are, all there. All that information is kind of what I just covered, how to find the evergreen product, and you want to mix those together. You want to do seasonal products and evergreen. Okay. So there's your special offer, guys. Again, I'm going to leave that on the screen. While I'm here, I have a few more minutes. Tell me what your questions are. I'll do the best I can to answer them. Let me know what you think. What gaps do you still have? Like, you're sitting there thinking, I'm still not sure. Like, what's your hesitation? You're here. You spent this much time. You have that desire. You still wouldn't be here. You definitely are thinking outside the box, or you would have never even figured out AMZ Scout was here. So you've got that thinking process. What's your hesitation right now? Type in the chat. Let me know. Today's date, right now it's July 16th. Do I use Alibaba for everything? I use Alibaba to order my 12 different products. So yes, a lot. I even order some personal stuff from there. Carabane. Maybe you could contact AMZ Scout and see if they can figure something out for you. Or AMZ Scout, maybe you can look at Carabane Business Group and see what that would be. Something can be worked out. It's super hard to find suppliers to sell on Amazon. No, so you find your products from Alibaba or some other suppliers and you can sell on Amazon. Okay, can you show me on your screen how is drop shipping done with a retailer like Home Depot? So Joseph, I think. Josephine Vega. Okay. I show you that in my course. I show you how to do drop shipping, I think, from Walmart to like Amazon, but you can also do drop shipping from Amazon, which, you know, some people do, to eBay, but you can do it to Amazon as well. Great presentation. Thank you, Richard. How much inventory is needed? So there again, that's where AMZ Scout is going to help you figure out how many are selling. So when I helped Peter, he asked that same question. How much should I order? I said, well, let's go to AMZ Scout. Let's see how much has shipped with the competitors in the last month. And you want to order, nowadays, I order 8 weeks in advance because it might take a week to get the product right. Mine are tailored. So I always ask for this to change, that to change, add this, take this away. So I need a little bit more leeway, but generally 6 to 8 weeks ahead of time. So if you need 30 products, let's just say you have 50 that sell per month, almost one a day, then you want to start off with like 75. So you have a month and a half worth. So you have a 6-week window to work with. I think that's the math. Might not be. Get what I mean though? Okay, so please provide your question to our support team for checking using email support@amzscout.net. Okay, so if you have questions, Carabane Business Group, that was for you. Any guarantees? Chucker, what guarantees for what? I'm not sure. Like this package, that's a question that you could send to support@amzscout.net right now. They're like interactive right now that you could ask them. I think if you mean for the package. If I want to purchase your bundle package in an hour, would it still be available? AMZ Scout, can you answer that question for me? Is the bundle available in another hour? When ordering from Alibaba, can they send your merchandise directly to Amazon? Yes. So when you send directly from Amazon to Alibaba, you would ask them to package it a certain way. You have to list it on Amazon and then get your, basically your SKU number and everything put on there by Alibaba. But there is a service. It's all set up. pretty much everyone seems to know how to do it. It's amazing to me, actually. You do pay them a fee for every product that they do. But they get it Amazon ready. Basically, you're so hands off once you get to this point. It's like you can be totally hands off. Now, you won't make as much. Like, I still have my products sent to me at home because I want to take my own pictures and have unique pictures. My products are unique. In other words, there aren't any other ones out there like it because I designed it and I had given them my design and they design it that way. That's so I have to at this point, and I just tweak it based on, some of my ideas. So I have to take pictures, but yes, you can just ship it straight there, all hands off. Charshadalia. I don't know how to say. Drop shipping versus private label. Private label is when you have your product shipped to Amazon, you have a brand, you have your own product like I have. Drop shipping is you have no inventory, you haven't bought anything up front. So you would take an item, like let's just say a chainsaw that you saw at Home Depot, and you list it on Amazon, or you saw the chainsaw on Amazon and you can list it on eBay or some other selling platform, and you sell it on eBay, and you go back to Amazon and you order it and send it to the address that you got the order from eBay. I explain that all in my course. And like I said, my course, if you've never done this before, my course teaches you from the beginning, and you can skip, like if you already know what drop shipping is, I explain what drop shipping is in my course. I show you example, like I give it to you like a teacher should give it to you. Is it possible for me to still sell in the US if you don't live in the US? It really depends probably where you are and whether or not you can get a US address. There are, different Amazons around the world. There's like Amazon CA, that's Canada, Amazon MX maybe, and Amazon UK, I think. I mean, they're all over the world, so you maybe get with the closest Amazon that's near you and figure out what their rules are and whether or not you can buy. Like, some people have bought for drop shipping purposes that I've spoken to. You can go to the UPS store and buy a UPS United States address somehow. I never had to do it, so I didn't do it, but there's a way to do that. Get an address, but you pay for it. So Carabane Business Group, AMZ Scout said to email them, and maybe you can correspond through the email, whatever your questions are. Is there a minimum purchase for each item when dropshipping? No. Chances are you'll sell more within the $30 and under range, $50 and under range than above, but you'll make more profit with less sales with the higher cost item. So like I sold Legos that cost me $399.99, ironically, and I would sell them for $500 minimum. So I didn't sell as many Lego sets that were $500 as I did that were $150. So let's just say I would sell 10 $150 ones versus to every one $500 or something like that. They're made up, but you get the point. Does your bundle package something we have to renew with AMZ Scout every year? No. See, the one-time payment of $399, that's what that means. That's what I was saying. Bookmark it, put it in your pocket, throw it in your backpack. It's yours. It's just like a gift under the Christmas tree. You unwrap it, open it up, you take it home. One-time fee, no monthly fees. $399.99, that's it. Hello from Spain. I know that you will say in your course, but perhaps you can anticipate on this. Between which final sale prices do you like to choose items? So, like I said, I like the higher price items. I think that's what your question is. I like the higher price items. They're quick money, easy money. So Heal Saher, thank you. Thank you for the compliments. So yeah, keep throwing me your questions. Like I said, I've been doing this for years. I love it. I've quit my job and stayed home with my kids. I was home all day today when they were doing my floor. I get a new floor. And, you know, without doing what I do here, I wouldn't have been able, I would have to take off work. I'd have to be home, you know, doing stuff that taking off work would be a huge thing. But I was just, you know, I took my son over to the pool. I took my daughter out to lunch. Like, that's the freedom it gives you. And if you're contemplating doing it, like, start small. Don't be so afraid. Invest the $400 and then work at it a little bit by a little bit. You will make that back. I promise you. $400 looks like a lot now. Once you get into this, it's going to look small. And if you can't even comprehend how $400 doesn't look like a lot of money, that's why you should do this. Because right now, $400 maybe seem a lot to you, but that investment, it grows. You're investing in your mind and your ability and your desire. So the $400 is like, you'll turn around and say it was worth it. For nothing else, you learn how to be independent thinker, to move forward with your own business, your own products, maybe something that you've always wanted to do. Maybe it's not something you wanted to do, but the money sounds good. Whatever the reason is, it's here. Like all the pieces, 20 years of selling on eBay, 18 years of Amazon. Like, I don't know. Like, you can go all over YouTube and try to piece all those guys together that show you their big cars. And I just don't feel like they're good teachers. Hopefully you'll think I do a good job. I have a 4.4 rating out of 5. Like, you don't see that too often. Any other questions? I know the presentation was quick, not extremely in-depth. Hopefully the 2 examples were good, just to give you a small idea of what, you know, it entails. And guess what? It is that easy. Once you learn it, you'll get it. It's like I said, I warn people, beware. Once you start making money this way, it's going to be hard to go back to work. But just take it as a side hustle until you can increase it. And it's a numbers game. You know, if it works, all you have to do is increase it to make more money, and it works. I mean, you know, if it works for 10 products, well, why not do it for 20? And then why not do it for 30? And then why not do it for 40? And just increase that amount that you're bringing home. That's it. It's not rocket science. Honestly, I struggled in my mind with the whole college thing and my kids, because they see me do this. They know what I do to make money, and I teach my kids how to make their own money. They're doing a little bit of stuff like this. It just doesn't seem to be their interest. But I know there's so much information out there, and it's so easy to make money this way that, you know, my contemplation is, do I tell them, hey, college, or, hey, there is another way to do life? They already know there is another way to do life because they see me do it every day, or whatever, you know, whatever it is I do each day. That's what I tell my friends. I'll be there after I do whatever it is I do. Yeah. What is your limit? Highest money for searching products, and what is the lowest price product? So if you're actually going to sell on Amazon, I would not do anything less than $10, because I think anything less than like 9 something, it's an add-on product. So they don't actually make it a prime product. So in other words, if you buy something that's $9 on Amazon, you have to wait until you have enough products in your cart for Amazon to ship it as prime. So I always pick something more than $10. That at least I list it more than $10. Maximum limit highest money for searching product. It's whatever you're comfortable with. and whatever your credit card can afford. If you're not real comfortable with the whole drop shipping, you're gonna have a heart attack the first time you. So many people have like texted me, emailed me, whatever in the group. I made my first sale. Now what? I'm like scared to death. And it's funny because I know what that felt like. Like the first 10 sales or so, you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. Just so you don't mess up, you're gonna feel like that. But after that, it's like, oh my word, this is so easy. Okay. But yeah, in my course, I teach you how to do returns or how to handle some little issues. I give you policies like shipping policies, business policies, return policies that you can put in your stores. Just to clarify, it's great to communicate with your customers about shipping, especially nowadays. Like if it's going to take 2 weeks, you need to tell your customers in your product description, it will arrive in 14 business days or whatever the policy is from wherever you're shipping it from. Like if it's Alibaba, then you need to let them know it's going to be a while. Outside of that, if you need faster shipping, there's sites that ship faster, and then just pick those products. So you target in on whatever's important to you, but make sure you communicate no matter what the shipping information. People love free shipping. They would rather buy a product for $100 with free shipping than $90 and $5 shipping. I mean, that's what I've learned over time. It's like a mental psychology of shopping thing. Do you need to learn paperclip? Probably not up front. Like if you target in on products that are already selling, you're going to eventually want to be the buy box. So what is the buy box? The buy box is, let's say there's 5 people selling PlayStations. The person with the buy box is going to show up when you click add to cart. And when you add to cart, the one with the buy box, let's just say that's the number 1 person. That's where the sale is going to come from. Okay. So you're trying to get the buy box because not most people, I don't even know if you know this, go to Amazon, you click on more sellers. Those are the people that don't have the buy box. So you're trying to get the buy box. So that's what you're trying to get. And pay-per-click might have to push you into that category. For me, like I said, I have a unique product. I don't have to compete with anyone for the buy box. So is $3.99 value for 1 year billed annually or lifetime? A, Visa. I am here to deliver wonderful music to your ears. Wonderful news. It's $3.99 one time for your life. That's why I said bookmark it, and it's like a gift. It's yours to take for joining this webinar. It's a special price because of the webinar. It's unique. Well, I don't know what else to say. If you've ever contemplated doing something like this, go for it. I mean, you can see on the screen the value of what it is. And go back. You can scan the QR code. Any more questions? I'm here to help. All right. So I'm thinking, I just got a sale. I'm thinking that if you don't have any questions, it might be time to wrap it up. All right, let's just finish through to the end. 3 things you need to be successful. Today's webinar, shortcuts, and know how to make it easy. That would be, you've learned today where to get the information. You get it through AMZ Scout and my course, and have the right tools, which let me tell, I mean, I can't emphasize and reemphasize enough how AMZ helped me scale my knowledge of drop shipping and sales into 12 products. So let me ask you these questions. If all this did for you was give you several $100s extra per month, would it be worth $399? Just a few hundred extra per month. If it gave you freedom of time or time freedom, would it be worth $399? So free to go do whatever it is that you want to do during the day, during the night. If you could be your own boss, for some of you, would you like to fire your boss and say, see ya? Would it be worth $399? If it helped fulfill your why. For me, here's my $400. I need to take care of my kids. I want to know. Here's a special offer. I want to be, I guess I'm corrected, AMZ Scout. The tools are $400 per year. My course is lifetime. So you have all that, the contact information, everything from me for lifetime. You are going to learn a ton from using the tools on AMZ Scout. And I'm telling you, $400 might look like, how I'm going to use an analogy here. You sit on the beach and you look down, you scoop up some sand, and you see a really cool, like, black piece of sand or a little cool little clear piece of sand, right? Right there. That looks like that big. That's your $400. You go back up to your hotel and you look down at the beach. Later, after you learn AMZ Scout, you're going to say, that's what the $400 looks like. It's going to shrink. In other words, it might look a lot now. Later, once you start profiting off of Amazon, jump in on that bandwagon, that $400 will shrink. Get started today, $400. That's $3,000 in savings. You can use the website or the QR code. I'll get back to the QR code and the website. AMZ Scouts for you if you want to make money online, didn't know what to use to help you to find products to sell. So you want to sell, you kind of know how to sell, but you don't know what to pick. AMZ Scout will help you make money, and the course will help you learn how to do it. It'll scale your business with the right tools. It ends soon. I don't know the time limit. There's a QR code. So is it drop shipping I promote? In my course, I teach you how to drop ship. AMZ Scout will teach you how to use AMZ Scout for Amazon. How you want to drop ship is up to you. You can do it to Amazon or from Amazon. So you're getting information that not everyone's doing. So good question, Char Shadali. I struggled with saying that earlier. But thank you, for hanging out here for so long. It's cool. Any more questions? There is a guarantee, $10-day money-back guarantee if you're not satisfied. So those of you who are already in the doubt area or you're not so sure, try it for 10 days. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Finally, there are many of you still here. I really can't say thank you enough for staying here this long. I kudos to you. You are special because that is a lot of concentration, time, and if you're still here, you have the ability. I guess my question would be, what's your hesitation? 10-day money back guarantee. My course forever. You can use it anytime, access it anytime. You'll have access to my mastery group, which I started my last blog. It's only for AMZ Scout people. I did that my last webinar with them. So it's a very small group that you'll be attended to. It's not like this group of 5,000 people. It's a handful. Not a handful, but you know, it's not bazillions where you're not going to be attended to. So there you have it. Home business expert. See you on the other side means think outside the box. You like my little mouse as a door and, you know, computer arrow as my chimney. If you want the bundle, amzscout.net/get/bundle Amy. And or you can scan, some of your phones can scan that QR code and it'll take you right to the website. Any more questions? Well, I'm going to wrap it up here tonight. If I don't see any more pop up, I want to thank you. And hopefully I will get connected with you through my course, which will be coming out hopefully by the end of this week. In the meantime, if you get the bundle, get started on the tutorials on AMZ Scout. And we'll see you in my mastery group once you get connected on my course. But I want to thank you guys. And if you have any questions, contact AMZ Scout. And we'll see you in my mastery groups. Thanks, guys.